Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for giving us time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. So, smart movers. Today I have Robert. Robert is a career development coach. He's a writer. I would love to hear more about his background, about his experience, about his impression, and about his message, what he has special for all of us. Thank you very much. Welcome again.
Thank you.
So what do you have for us?
Well, I want to talk about the most important decision you can ever make in your life.
The most important decision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm very excited to hear that.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
The most important decision to make in your life is to make a decision.
The most important decision
in your life
to make a decision.
To make a decision.
Guys, this is very important.
Now
this is very important.
Now it sounds very obvious, but a lot of us don't really make decisions. Life is decided for us. We pick a career that we don't really think about, or we think this will make me money, but we don't really decide. And then we may finish college, we may get a job, but we haven't really decided with our full soul and heart, this is what I want. And because we haven't decided, we get swept along by everybody else's decisions.
Yeah, so true.
And my life changed when I decided to start making decisions for myself. And the first thing is, you have to make a decision for yourself.
Why people cannot make decision?
There's three reasons. One is there are so many choices out there. Okay. So many choices. When you go to the grocery store and you see all the brands, and let's say you want cereal, and you say, oh my gosh, there are literally 40 different kinds of cereal. Which one do I want? This one has no gluten, and this one has a lot of sugar, and this one has chocolate, and there's so many decisions.
You mean lots of people are lost?
A lot of people are lost, and we get indecisive because there are so many decisions. And we think, what if I make the wrong decision?
You mean people are afraid of making decision?
People are afraid of making the wrong decision.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
You're not going to like this, but sometimes you are going to make the wrong decision. But here's the thing. If you make a decision and say, this is what I'm going to do. Now, a lot of people call it to-do lists or goals or commitments, but it's something even more than that. It's a decision. This is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to move to Chicago. Oh, and sometimes they don't even need to be big decisions. They can be small decisions, like I'm going to get my shopping done. I'm going to do my laundry. And I recommend, by the way, I do recommend that you start, if you're not used to making decisions, if you're indecisive, or if you're used to having people make decisions for you, you start small, such as, today I'm going to do my laundry. Now here's the really key component to making a decision. You have to follow through. And you cannot let that decision leave your head until you've made it and finished it. Yes. So if you say, today I'm doing my laundry, you do your laundry. And maybe instead of just one decision, make three. Make 3 decisions for your day. Not too many, but start with 3. Going to do my laundry. I'm going to buy groceries. I'm going to work on schoolwork for an hour.
So what happened with these people that they cannot make decision? Where this fear come from? I mean, people in the US, they have access to good life, they have insurance, and they have access to quality education. So again, we face
because people, for the most part, many people like to have other people make decisions for them. That's why they have traditional jobs. If you're my boss, and I go to your office, and you say, I want you to do this, 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 do it. I don't have to decide. I don't have to think. I just do what I'm told. And then on Friday, you give me some money. And then I come back next week and you say, I'm your boss. I want you to do this, this, this. And I do it. And I do that for 40 years.
Yeah, you want the people
and
to...
you've been deciding for me. And we do this. So many of us do this. We let other people make our decisions for us. And I'll tell you, it's, to be truthful, sometimes it feels easier to let other people decide for us rather than to think for ourselves. Because when we have to think for ourselves, it's uncertain, it can be a little scary, and you can make a wrong choice. And
Yes.
what if you make a wrong choice? What will happen? Will I lose everything? But a lot of times, as I said, and this is why we start small.
Okay.
You don't have to say, you don't have to wake up tomorrow and say, I'm deciding that I'm going to quit my job, and you go quit your job. No, 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 no. You have to think that through. But you could say, I've decided today that I'm going to buy 2 new pieces of furniture, or I'm going to finish 2 chapters in a book. It doesn't have to be a big decision. But if you start there, and here's what will happen. In your mind, all you will be focusing on is those decisions. Now, during your day, do you ever have interruptions?
A lot.
All the time, right? But what will happen is, to reduce your stress, if you say, okay, I have this interruption, I have to take care of this, but I want to get back to my decision as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Imagine if you're driving down, let's say you're going down the freeway and you have a destination, and let's say you're going across country, okay? And you know you're supposed to go on this one freeway. But then for some reason there's a detour. Maybe there's an emergency or a car accident. And the police say, oh, you have to go this way. And you're like, oh, I didn't want that interruption. That's going to make me take longer to get to my destination. This is normal.
Okay.
Detours are normal. Interruptions are normal. But you can have one of 2 choices. You can say, oh, I'm so upset, I'm so stressed because my decision got interrupted. You just say, no. Okay, this interruption, this is normal. This is life. I'm going to go through the detours. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get through that detour as fast as possible. And all the time, in the meantime, all I'm thinking about is my destination.
So, I learned 4 things. First, we should have goal. Second, we should have focus. Third, we should have dedication for that. Fourth, we should have patience to achieve our goal.
Yes.
So interruptions are there, but we should have patience. Some interruptions are manageable, we can manage. But some of them are not manageable. You should tolerate that one, and we should cope up with that, and we should achieve our goal. Can you give us 3 advice of your life, the whole life, if you want to tell me what 3 things that I should never ever do, or the mistake I should not do? Overall, I need 3 advice from you.
Okay, well, I'll tell you some things you should do. Rather than tell you things you should not do, I'll tell you some things you should do. You should write down what you want to do.
Okay.
You should write it down, because studies have shown that you are something like 33% more likely to achieve your goals, to fulfill your decisions, if you write them down.
Okay, so first, we should have the record in note.
Yeah, just write it down. And you could write it in a planner, you can type it on your computer, or you could just write it on a Post-it. Yeah. But say, I'm going to do this. The second thing is, you should just, as you said, keep focused on that decision. I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. The third thing is that you should never quit.
Never quit.
You should never
quit.
You should never quit. You should just keep going towards that decision until you're done. Or every once in a while you go, oh, this wasn't a good decision, or maybe I took on too much. And it's okay, by the way, once in a while to say, oh, this wasn't the best decision. But if you find out that you made a wrong decision, you don't quit. You just say, okay, what's my new decision?
Yeah.
I bought this car and it turns out to be a bad car. What do I do? I took this job and it turns out I don't like it. Now I have to make a new decision.
Okay, so you mean we should make decision. There is no failure in life. If there is, we are learning or we are succeeding.
That's correct.
Of course, good. It means all the failures give us lesson. Sometimes we should know, we should learn something to achieve more. Wonderful. So 3 advice. First, you said that we should have the record what we want we do.
Write it down.
We should write down what we want to do. Second, we should have focus, and dedication. And third, never give up.
No, keep focused on that and
So
don't stop till you get there.
exactly.
And think about it like this. Let me go back to my driving analogy. Suppose I say, okay, Siam, I want you to drive to New York because we're going to buy a house, okay? And you drive and you get to New Jersey. You're very close, but you're not in New York.
Yeah.
And sometimes people get close to their decision
And they give up.
they quit.
Oh God.
So you have to keep going to that thing until or unless you decide this was the wrong decision. And sometimes that happens, but most of the time it's not. I'll say that.
One thing I learned from you when I was speaking with you before, that mentoring or guiding is the most important. Like, I wish I had someone in my life to guide me properly, to tell me, do this, don't do this. What do you think? Do you believe in coaching and guiding?
Yes and no. So obviously, if I can get the experience and wisdom of someone who has gone through my journey, that person may be able to give me some advice or help that will save me time, money, and frustration. On the other hand, though, we really learn from our own experiences. And we have to be careful. There's a balance. We have to be careful to be humble enough to accept instruction, to accept coaching or mentoring. But we also have to be confident enough to know that we can find the answers if we keep working.
Okay, good. So you mean that if we find someone who is expert, who knows better than us, it is better to have their advice. If no, we should not wait for those people, or we should try to discover by our own.
Yes.
By discovering, we can learn a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
And one of the best ways to learn or to get a mentor, I'll tell you someone who's my mentor who I've never met. Brian Tracy. He's a very famous motivational coach. He has dozens of books, he has dozens of videos, and he has mentored me, and I've never met him. But I've read his books,
Yes.
I've listened to his videos, and so he's been a mentor for me. And so today, with all the different YouTube channels, with all the books, the magazines, we have no excuse for not learning.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a college degree to be successful.
To conclude, what is your big decision that you have made?
Well, I'll tell you the biggest decision. It's not within the last month, but it's been within the last year. I decided to move to Chicago. And I've always wanted to live here, and the opportunity came. And I could have stayed where I was. I had a secure job. I had everything I needed. But I felt like, no, I need to go. This is my time. And people said, but why? And I said, I don't know, but I have to do this. And
so you are a good decision maker?
when I decide to decide, yes, then I am a good decision maker.
Good. So your advice to other people?
Make decisions.
Right decision at the right time is right. Wrong decision at the right time is wrong. Right decision at the wrong time is wrong. So right decision at the right time. That is important.
Well, let me, if I may,
Yeah.
just make a decision. Don't worry about right or wrong. Start small, and then you'll get more confidence, and then you'll make larger decisions.
Okay, as Robert says, just make decision. Yeah, I say make decision, not take decision, of course. When you make decision, it means at least you are thinking to do something. Anyhow, thank you very much. It was nice
That was
meeting
wonderful.
you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.